Hello everyone, how's it going? Let's just do the usual checks here. And I just got to pop this out, try to copy this, see if YouTube is wanting to work this time. Click YouTube chat. Pasted today's URL. Hit OK. Looks like chat is deciding to work today. That's good. Alright. So now that chat's there, let's go back over here. We see the chat's there. And we'll just test the volume. Over here, we see the chat's there. And we'll just test the volume. There we go. Volume is good. Connection is excellent. So I think we're ready to go. Alright, so we will start off with the Tuesday. Oh, I didn't build on Sunday. I think that's my bad. Yeah, normally Tuesdays we're supposed to start off with the showing of the build. I will build tonight so we can show off a build next time. I do not believe I showed off a build. Alright. We will get rid of these guys. And yeah. For the stream, we want to show cool stuff or moving stuff. It's things moving forward. Not the background boring stuff. So we're going to look at the stuff that's more visible changes today. So we'll start here, we'll hit the play button, and we'll move along just the way we should. This door actually seems like it's off slightly. Why is that? Looks like it needs to move in the X like 2. So 198. Why is it 2 off? Oh well. Alright. I do want to duplicate this wall. And let's do minus 300. There we go. That way I can actually slide this over slightly. Do want to give it the impression. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna hit play, see what we got. Finding home, any button, or a controller button. We got this screen here. The door, the thing. It's a little close for my liking. I would like to see the wall. So I thought it was gonna look like that. Apparently not. We'll adjust more like that. Try again. Hit play. There we go. And we got our functions working here to the base, and that's all that's needed. We don't need anything fancy. That's all working. Alright. Solo. So those are going to the wrong cameras. We can look into fixing that. What else was wrong there? Going to the wrong cameras. Or I got the wrong camera because it should only be really going to one for the start. And we'll see what happens next. Should be booting into the main world. Could be taking a sec for its first time in a while, plus having the stream going and stuff. Oh. And we have her. So that's the first kind of stuff we want to fix. It's okay. Right. What's this? Access none. When trying to get item array, stand up from weathered blueprint design. Right. Because there is none there. Oops. Should not have probably cleared that. Oops. Let me see here. So we go to our HUD. Main menu. And we're calling our main menu widget blueprints. And in here, there's nothing because this actually uses the design graph. So we hit Control Space, we got our design graph, which looks the exact same as this guy in the designer. The only difference is this guy is actually the one that has a lot of the functionality behind it. Alright, and for functionality, on activate, we are taking control of this camera and we're blended to it. Alright, when we click solo, we are doing some detector and we are going and calling this main character stand up. We want to break that. We don't we might not even have a main character, so that was just good to know. We might keep this around just in case for when we are doing our profile and stuff like that. Three. Alright. The second is when the solo button is clicked, we are going to a camera. Get actor, go out. So we will need to look at the cameras. So this one must be actor, go out. We could go back to details here and we can search for tag. And this is go out, so that's we knew. This is player, so we can actually take go out because that's specific. We'll click on player and we'll paste that here. And here we will click player. Right. And this will probably be home. Yeah, home. That's fine. Alright. So it's going to go to the go out, but we really don't want it here. We want to break these lines because we don't want to do that here actually. Not at all. We want to do that when we click on the main menu character or we're like actually leaving. So we're going to check this out actually because we're doing some changes here. Animation slided out. That is nice, but we do not want this kind of over there. This is just a nitpicky thing, but we're gonna want this kind of in the blueprint. Then we'll just tidy this up. So 2 out, 3 at the back, 3 down. There we go. And what is this? This is just in case the person quits. Got it. That is a thing that could happen. Don't know why anybody would ever want to do that. They should never want to quit. And this is on quit reply event. That's what this event is. And because it's like a pop-up dial, it's automatically going to close itself afterwards. So that's fine. And we might actually just no, we can keep that there. Sure. What to? And so just if we hit the confirm, we just want to do something. We just want to quit the game there. That's fine. So the other thing we're going to look for is we want to look for control space. We want to look for our single player. So go here. So on activated, it's going to be checking for saves and stuff. From the game instance, our game instance doesn't even have this right now. It's working with the new game instance, so this is just going to be not valid right away, and the save and continue button is going to be thing. But when we hit start, we're going to have pick a gender right now. And on reply, our male or female is going to be kind of chosen here. And we're going to slide to camera play. There is no play camera. There is the go out camera. We still had that kind of save. So we're going to compile and save here, which we're required to check out. So when we do that, we will go out and it will kind of load. Right? Three, one off there. All right. So that should be fixing some of that stuff. And that should be fine there. All right. So now we fixed the camera thing. Let me see. Now what's next is we loaded in, and we loaded in this like kind of wrong character. So let's see where we're saving male or female. We're saving it here. That's it. And we're passing it to a new game slot. And this should passing it to a new game slot. Create new game save slot. So we need to pull up our systems, finding home, this is the wrong system. Systems, finding home game instance. And interfaces, create new game save slot, so this is level transitions. We would need do one for save saves, I guess. So we're gonna break this data right now, and the one thing that is important right now is we do need is female. That is important. Do need to know if this is female or not. Oh. So Alt drag, right? We'll get this, and Control drag. We'll just get it. So Control drag will get your getter, and Alt drag will get the setter here. That's right. For a shortcut. So we need to know if it is female or not, and we'll save that to the game instance, which is consistent across everything. So it is female, and when we go back here, we are asking if the player is female or not, and we're also saying it's not multiplayer, and we're getting other base game data we need from here. Right now, it's just getting character name, network ID, and stuff like that. Yeah. Later on, we'll ask the person, and we'll have a more in-depth thing, like ask for game save name or character name and stuff like that. If the person is on controller and they don't have the ability to type a name, they don't have a keyboard, we'll have like a default name that's just there. Will not have the ability to do that. Okay, so is female. Once we have is female, then the rest is up to the level. So let's now minimize this. We'll submit this content. Menu changes to fix cameras and save gender. Submit. There we go. All right. Well, we'll save all actually. Submit. level change. Object moved and our wall moved. I'll say specific wall and cameras were moved. That's what actually happened in the real level. We just moved some walls and we moved some cameras. Later on, we're going to add some blood splatter, some coat hooks, some just like basic like items to make it kind of more homey, more real kind of feeling. You know what I mean? And we'll clean up all this. All right. So from here, let's go to the level. Control Enter. We want to go back to content. We want to go to our levels, and we want to go to the lobby level. This is where the things will be happening. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff that's spawning at the beginning that shouldn't be spawning. We're going to work on this and start leveling things off. This is a pretty big level, and that's why we have our frames there pretty low. I think we're spawning down here by this road. So, and we will kind of go like lower there. 60, still getting like 60 frames and stuff with the stream, so it should be fine. Alright, so where we're down here, we got details. The first details when we load into the world, we want to see what's going on here. We got a basic character, echo, we have a game mode, right? So we're hit content drawer. We want to go to content. We want to go to our systems. We want to go to our game modes, our lobby, and see what we have. We got a couple of AI bunnies that I was working on before, and some AI behaviors and things. That's not what we're looking for. This is just AI. It's nothing to do with our system. So let's check the old system, see if some of the stuff was kind of migrated over. So that would have been in finding home. Some of the stuff I might have brought over. Systems. So all of that old save stuff, game modes, main menus. Nothing was really brought over from the lobby level. Alright, so from the basics, we want to find where this game mode is, and we're going to need our content browsers back here actually, and we are going to want to, as usual, click on one of these guys here and then search for this game mode, and then temp. Great. So there's just this there. Then we want to go to our system, game modes, lobby, and we want to have our lobby, we'll make a core file. Should it? Yeah, we'll have a core folder. Why not? So in core, we're going to need to copy something like this over here, and we will call this lobby game mode. Right. We'll open up lobby game mode. What does this have here? On post initialize system. So that's that like respawn system and stuff. We do kind of want that. That could be why we're not getting some things too. So we will want to be able to set up multiple different spawn locations. So, for that, actually, we will have to dip in to that. If we hit this temp MST map, we'll have to look at that. We might have to copy over some of those spawners to see if there's anything specific with them. So it might have some specific code in the spawners. Then we'll come back to our level. We haven't really touched anything, so it should be fine. So clear here. We'll minimize this stuff here. Oh, now maybe hit P at some point. So one of them is in the cave. We have a spawner here. This is a location spawner. It looks like there is like 4. Take the first 3 and take a look at them. Yeah. That one's probably over there. So we'll copy these guys. And so they're of a blueprint type. And we will then go back to our level here, which is the lobby level. We'll hit Control V. We got these little spawn points now. And I'm not too sure where the other ones are, but we'll make sure that one is here with us. Now, we will make sure the other ones are on ground. Some sort of ground. So we'll have to bring this guy up. Up. Of course, this picks like dead center, right where there'd be nothing. Oh, there we go. And I could actually bring him down a bit. Take one, two, three. There we go. This guy is above ground. This is some big old rocks here. Alright. And we'll double check this last one. Oh, it also happens just to be underground. Pretty close by to each other, I think. Whoa. That's one way of doing it. I think it's a little bit faster this way. Without having to change the camera speed, really. Yeah, bad size. We can't have it touching the ground. Why is it bad size? What's it hitting? Oh, right. We'll go back to where we normally are. Fly over here. This is what happened once we switched the landscape to nanite. We might have to like un-nanite the landscape, I guess. Hopefully maybe they'll fix that soon, but we'll work on that. And same with these like little holes that happened once we nanited the landscape. I'll have to double check on landscape naniting and see if there's some sort of fix later on. Alright, so we'll open up this, edit this blueprint here. This is the event graph. This is just if there can be multiple people owning the same, like, so if there's like a bed kind of spawn, and you want to know if, like, depending on how the person set it up, and like in our game, maybe we don't want people having multiple people in one bed. So if you make a bed, only one person could own that. This is just a setting for that. Just checking that. We'll check this out. So that is the event graph. It just has this. Oh, the construction script is overwritten. No. Okay. Let's see what's set here. Can have multiple authorized people use it. Spawn open world. This is this location specific. Doesn't really have a character in it. It doesn't look like. So I believe it's going to take the base character class. Yeah. Oh, it's just getting the owner. Respawn timer. Resets it. That's the transform that we're just looking at. Sent active. So I guess it just handles respawn type. Yeah, I guess it just handles the location of the object. Doesn't really handle the pawn at all. So we are setting what pawn it is. The default pawn right now is the basic pawn, and we would be changing that. So all this is doing is moving the location of the character. That's fine. Okay. Well, it's good to look into. Now that we know that we have everything kind of like changed location wise, we can add this back in. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2. And that's all there is for the game mode. Just double check the construction scripts. Respawn handler, initialize. So yeah, on construction, it's going to initialize the handler. Whether it's team or free-for-all. I'll spread this out actually, so we could kind of see this. Get owner actor components. Said, and that will kind of respawn that. There you go. Check out that. We'll kind of move some things and fix that up. So yeah, I'll just call that file and save. Just initiates that. Then we go here. Viewport. There's nothing much to it. Okay. So we got this. This is where our character is going to go. Now we look at world settings. We got our lobby game mode. We're going to need to set this to none, I guess. Default pawn class. There's no default pawn class. We're going to have that set in the lobby player controller, I believe. Save the map. It's the big map. Yeah, we'll have it done in the player controller is the best spot for that. But we will need to change up our HUD here as well to be our lobby HUD. And we'll need a lobby player controller. So, we will go to our two browsers again. We need browser 1 and we need browser 2. We need to click on browser 1 so we could go here, and we are going to need to copy that over to here. So we have MS Pro HUD, and we want to call this just lobby HUD. That's the type of class it is. We want to then go into our game mode here, go into our default settings and change this to lobby HUD. And we're going to go into our lobby HUD. Uses the in-game advanced and the common. Theme is survival. That's fine. Just base class is a master HUD. Okay, yeah, that's fine for now. Then we could change these later. The next is we need make a blueprint class. We need a player controller. Select that, and we need a lobby player controller. Open this up. This is the lobby player controller. We go to here. And we're just going to change this to lobby player controller. File save. And in the lobby player controller, we are going to, on begin play, we are going to save our gender, I guess. So is female. So we'll know if our character is female. So in order to do that, we need to set this, and we're going to need to get, or we're going to go here and get game instance is female. We have our game instance here. It is not visible, but we want to be able to affect this. Or have other classes see it. So we're going to need to do that. And so is female. So we're into cast to finding home game instance. And just in case, I do want to check, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to see it. If I do this and save, do that, compile and save. So we check here and check for is female. Oh, we can get is female. Yeah. See if we could actually crunch this in here. Okay, so we can get is female. If we need to call this later on, we do not want to be getting this. So sometimes what people do is they make a finding home game instance object, and they'll call it like game instance reference. Right, and they'll just set this. The better thing to do if you are calling stuff like this often for like saves and things like that, is you do want to yeah, there's no way I'm gonna crunch this in here. So yeah, that's fine. You do want to do just an interface. You want to use interfaces, and so this would just have like the game instance interface or game instance interact interface, because it's going to interact with the game instance, and anything that interacts with the interface, there'll be certain things there like get the is female, you know what I mean, and then in there you'd have a method to get the is female, and then it would quickly get that, and it would be a really low thing instead of causing this, which could be pretty expensive on performance. But we'll just have this for now. We're getting the female is female, and then we're gonna want to spawn our character, but we still don't have a character per se. So let's see, hyper. So we have characters. We got echo. This is like the materials and stuff like that. We have examples. We have third person outliner, replication, third person tree cutting, swimming, respawn team, respawn open world, respawn free for all, and mineable rocks. We have base. We have, here we go, leader pose master, leader pose female master, and yeah, so what we want to do is probably want to make children's of these here, and this will be lobby core. We want lobby characters. And in the lobby characters, we want to make a child of this class, and we'll call this male character blueprint, and we'll drag this over here, and we will make a child of the female here, and call this female character blueprint. And we'll move this over here. Right. When we open this up, you see he has these different components here, and that's what we're going to be changing. Yeah. And we also want to open up MST Echo Pro and see how a lot of these things are set up here. So first things first, we will set up the appearances of our characters. Oh wait, first things first, actually we will spawn character. Spawn actor from class. We need a transform. what we can do. Not to think about stuff. Get or find one second here. We have this somewhere in here for sure. I believe one of the core lobby player controller should be probably spawning PC setup events inputs toggle session widgets game modes disconnect creation. Maybe it was one of the gameplay levels. There we go. Spawn character. Is controller valid? Yeah. Something like this. We're going to copy that, and we're going to go, we can close this now, I think. What was that? Something, did I close the female character? So how close the female character? There we go. And somehow close the... No, there's the lobby PC. Confirm. Get whatever pawn it is currently out there. If it's valid, we're going to destroy it. If it's not valid, that's fine because we're going to make it. Then in here, apparently that's where the function is. Player respawn, find this, so we're going to copy this. We're going to go back into here, we're going to paste function, and again this function is pretty simple. All it is going through all the actors that are in there, so get all actors of class. That's what it was named. I couldn't remember what it was named, but yeah, get all actors of class. And it's going to be looking for a player start. And it's going to go through all the player starts that it finds. It's going to take its length -1 because we do because it counts 0 as a number. So from 0 to 11, the length would be 12, but we're going to minus 1, so we could go from 0 to 11, and it's going to get a random integer, minimum 0, maximum 11, and it's going to get the player start with the same ID as that. It's going to get that player starts transformation, and it's going to send it there. So that's the fine player starts. We go here, and we're just going to refresh node. I don't think we really need this pin. We'll just go directly in and directly in. We'll delete this pin. We're not going to be spawning demo character. Oh, right. And then we're going to be possessing the target. Owner is self. We are the player controller. Get reference to self. We are the owner of this pawn. We're going to possess it too. The only difference here is we do want to, both of these we want to go to a branch. Ah, not that. We want to go to a branch. There we go. And why are we going to a branch? We are checking if it is female or not. That is pretty important. And then if it is female, we are going to do the female character. Get reference to self. We can actually bring these down a bit, and we can bring this over a bit. And again, I don't know why it has this little redirector. We're not going anywhere else. We're just going straight into pawn, and the possessor is self. We are the ones possessing the we are the controller that's possessing this character. But we're going to duplicate this here. We're going to bring this down. 1, 2, 3. And if it's false, we are going to spawn a male character. Male character in the actual same location. Now we can't have 2 pawn pins going in the same spot, so we will have to have 2 different possesses, and from here we could go into something. The only thing we're missing for this is like an appearance check. We would do that as well, because our player could add different appearances and stuff, but we don't have a full save file yet with that. And again, this is a replicated save file thing, so that's what we'd be changing, is the appearance there. We don't have that. So that we cannot do. And so yeah, we will be getting this character, male or female, and yep, save it. So we do want to get some of these things. We want to get the male head. So we will go, we should be able to close these now, I guess. Let's try to close content browser 1 and 2. And we want to do control space. We want to go to our collection 22. We want to go to our humans. We want to go to our meshes. And we want our male head here. And our female head there. So male head. So we're actually going to just click that almost. We can just go here. Just insert that. And while we're on the same spot, we'll do the same thing with the female head. We will click here. We'll minimize this, sorry. We'll click here. And then we'll bring this back up. And we'll just insert that there. All right. Now, arms with torso. So we'll have to see what we have for outfits. So when we go to here, we have the head and we have the body. So we'll have to add the body, I believe. Yep, body. So we'll add the body. So that's the male body. And we'll do the same with the female body. So we will click the body here. And then we need to go, that's the body, the head. We back out of humans, textures, back out of that. We have the map, which we can get rid of. We actually might as well just get rid of them now. Delete these. We are not using these maps. They're just taking up space. Get rid of them. Oh. I think they just reference each other. We'll delete that. And then we will delete maps. We have demo, rigs, material, animations. We have blueprints. And this is like playable blueprints and stuff. Then what we're looking for, we're looking more for the outfits. Let's check out the male. We want to do the male casual outfit. Alright. Yeah, we don't really have hands or anything. That's just this one piece. So we're going to want to label that as so. So we have this, which is shoes. So I guess we are doing the male first, actually. So switch over the male, and we'll start actually from here and work our way over. So we'll click here and then go back to the mail, and we will change the hands, I guess. So we'll insert this here for the hands, right? And we will rename the torso. We'll hit F2, F2, cannot rename. Because it comes from master pose character. Yeah, because it comes from master pose character. So we'll say we'll call this body SK, so we know that we've changed it. And hands we'll call shirt SK. And then we'll go back to this, and then yeah, we see body and shirt. And then the next one down is the head, which we've already done, but we'll actually change that so we know that we've edited it. Head SK, so we know we've actually affected this. We've changed things. And then we have our legs here, and I will do this because this is legs, and we'll insert there, and we'll go back here and we'll call this legs. We'll call this outer top SK. Yep, and there we go. We got outer top SK, and now we know there's feet next, so we can just change that right now to shoes SK. And then we can go here and we'll minimize this. We'll click on the shoes, and we insert the shoes. We still, we didn't get the pants. There we go. I know there's some clipping there. I'm sure everything's not going to be perfect, right? But we're going to take something like the outer top. I'm just going to duplicate it and call it pants. SK. Interesting that it automatically switched to the legs. But we'll grab this pants here, and we'll switch that in. So I'll actually Control C and go to the leader pose. Oh, sorry, Control C, and I'll delete this, and then I'll go to the leader pose, And I'll try to paste. Nope, did not take. Viewport. So what I will do is I'll delete these pants. And I'll try this again. I'll grab this, I'll duplicate this, and I'll say pants SK. Compile and save. And where we're doing the pants, I believe should be in the constructor. We have to add these pants to the leader pose. It looks like it's working now, but most likely it's not. Unless it's just doing all meshes that are components. I see a lot of people do that. This is just an actor component. Advanced leader pose. Get skeleton meshes. Is it the event graph? It's an interface. Settings. Leader pose interface. That's proper. Like, you want to use interfaces. So, and then I'd throw in these pants. You see the pants aren't working. So we have to look at most likely this leader pose abstract. This we want the advanced leader pose here. Not too sure why he has the equipment manager here, but I understand why the leader pose is here. Alright, we want to edit this actually. Edit advanced leader pose. Swap leader pose skeleton mesh. So we actually also want to go to this interface. In the interface, again, we go to, I don't know why the abstract is there. We don't need the abstract. Leader pose. We look at the class settings. BPI leader pose. We need to find this. BPI leader pose. Open this up. Get skeleton components. We need to add. So if we had these, instead of renaming them and having a chance of any conflict, torso. skeletal mesh component type, skeleton mesh components, skeleton mesh component type, skeleton mesh component type. We could just do pants just to keep everything, you know what I mean, not to touch anything else. Compile. Ooh. I wonder if it was mad because we didn't check out. And our memory was getting pretty high. Find this thing is pretty finicky for checking in and checking out. But we need to add a skeletal reference for our pants. To the interface. So we could interact with the component. And so again, that's what I was talking earlier about using the interface. That's kind of how we should be doing the character. Alright, so this is fine. This is great. We'll just minimize this for now. Yes, actually. This will take a bit. Let's try and load up all the things the way they were. But now we're down from like 20 gigabytes of memory usage to 3. And we will check out first before adding our little interface. The big problem with doing stuff like that when you're messing with an interface interfaces. Leader pose, we will check out. Here, we will just add skeleton components reference. New part. Oh, it's gonna crash still. Doesn't like that at all, not one bit. Yes. Yeah, the interfaces sometimes interact with multiple blueprints, tons and tons of blueprints, and when you go to change the interface and you don't have all these other blueprints checked out, I find it has like it has a chance of just crashing all the time. I don't know if that's an Unreal thing or my computer thing, or just some people, what they suggest is to just disable Subversion, do the fix, and manually kind of force the ad. Hmm. We'll have to change equipment slot as well. And they actually kind of label it like this. So legs, feet. What are we missing? Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go back here and we're going to try to make it a little bit more simple. Whoa, 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 whoa. Male character BP. Why has this... I guess we didn't get any of this stuff saved. Some of it's saved. Just doesn't look like it's saved. Alright. So. What are we doing for this get component? So, shoes for shoes. Pants for pants. For legs, sorry. Shirt for top. Head for a head, I guess. And we probably want outer top for hands. And that way those things could kind of change. So and the only other thing is what we can do. Construction, parent construction. What is the parent construction? It's here. Construction is parent construction, and it's setting the leader pose. Right. So we can go to minimize. We can't really affect this because it'll just break. What we'll do is we'll go back to collection 22, blueprints, mail, playable, and we'll take a look at like this guy, for example. Open up. Not this guy, I guess. No? Which one is it? I thought these were the playable ones. Is it preview then? Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. So we go to man preview. Alright. Event graph. Set up hair. Hair morphs. Set up outfit. Here we go. So it's getting the body, which just is the head. Huh. Man preview. Maybe it's not this one. Or maybe they fixed it. Scalar is visible. It's just sets to visibility. Construction script. Event script. Again, it's just man preview. But yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Control C. And we're going to go back to the male character here. Construction. Paste this in. So we're going to get the mesh. Set pose leader, this mesh, and then we are going to get the body, and we're going to set that as the target. File, save, check it there. There we go. All right. Character's looking pretty good. We'll just have to remember that the outer top is hands, I guess. We'll have to do. Didn't really touch that. Couldn't affect this in the end, even when we tried. This guy was useful for this, and we'll come back to this because we'll probably do something like this for our character later on. Yeah. Master lead. We don't really need this guy anymore, I don't think. We will need to open up this girl though. And well, I said we need to do that same thing. Shoes will go to feet. Head will go to head. Shirt will go to here. Outer top will go to hands. And pants will go to legs. And then in the construction script, we will just copy the male construction script. Copy this. Go to the here. Paste this here. And this is literally the same because it's all coming from the leader guy. Boom. And if we go to preview, none of her stuff was, I guess, saved. So we'll have to go into the female to do that. In this case, we do have the female up here. Oh no, we do not. We can go here though. Collection 22, humans, meshes. We want the female head, and that's here. Insert. You want the body, and that is the body. Insert. We want to go out of here to the collection outfits, females this time, and we want to go with the casual outfit. Meshes. Oh, this is a little less outfit here, I think. Got the shoes. We got the top, which is the shirt. We got the pants. We got the head, the shirt. So we got the pants, which is the pants, the shirt, the head, the outer top we have to clear. Then we have the body, which is the body, and the shoes. File, save. And then we got our girl, our basic female. Right. And now, what we have to do is to start. We could probably close some of this menu stuff actually. It's just probably taking up way too much resources for no reason at all. Game instance we might need. Lobby where we're still working with this stuff. Now we need to look at the basic echo character, and we need to add everything to these characters. So we can move echo over here, and we can start with the male. So it looks like echo has some grooms. The male doesn't need grooms. He already has hair. Then it looks like echo has a pawn noise emitter, and so does he. Pawn noise emitter doesn't have much, just like one. Doesn't have much, it's like one. Then echo has a character movement. Looks pretty base. Normally when you change anything out of the base movement, it'll have like a little arrow so you can revert it back to defaults. And there's nothing there. So we click on here. It looks pretty much the same. Then we have advanced interact. Got some stuff here. Interfaces. We will just delete. The interfaces aren't actually initiated. Cancel. We didn't do anything echo. We just won't save anything. So we have our advanced interface here. And none of the interfaces are changed unless they're changed here. So this is advanced interact. We do not have that. So we need to add interact advance. There we go. And if we look at interact advanced 650 500 for the check radius 650, that is grabbing is nothing. Able to interact with this component is none, and offset is 0. Those are the main defaults. And you can see it's about the same. So we can go to the female now, and we know that the female is also going to need this. So interact advanced, and we know that we don't need to change anything. There we go. There we go. And we'll save because we've been having some crashes, so we don't want to have to redo that again. So the next one is footsteps. So I don't believe these guys have footsteps from what I can see. Nope. So we need to add footsteps. So you will want footsteps and different materials and stuff. And we'll add footsteps. Alright. Now we'll check them. So we'll go here. Footsteps has the different particles for water, sand, grass. And it has the different noises here. And all that stuff in it. And it doesn't look like any of the defaults are kind of changed. Water, sand, grass. It doesn't look like any of the defaults are changed. Right? That being said, sometimes there could be different ones for male and female, but for now, that's just footsteps, so we'll keep it the same. We'll compile and save. Interactions, just interacting with random objects, so that will be the same for male and female for now. Next one looks like attribute manager, and which is like bleed effects, healthy, and all that stuff. So we'll go to here, and there's no attribute manager, so we'll add that attribute manager advanced, compile, save, and we'll add attribute manager advanced, compile, save. Some of the stuff we could keep just the basics here. Next would be combat advanced, so we can add that to both of them. Combat advanced, add combat. Combat advanced. There we go. And that could be different. I don't see like an is female thing. And I don't see much changes with it. It looks pretty default. So, yeah. The big one I think that I would expect to change from is probably the equipment manager. Inventory advanced. It doesn't look like there's any. There's a change here to starting items. There's 11 starting items. And we could do the same thing here. So that's it. So like I said, there's this little arrow, and that's when you know there's a change to something. And that's kind of like what we're looking for. And there's no other little twirl arrow. So we know that's kind of pretty much the same. So inventory, we're going to be looking for to add to each character. So add inventory advanced, compile, save, and then we're going to add inventory advanced, compile, save. And then, like I said, we're going to look over here and see our started items are 0. For now, just for testing purposes, we do want the same starting items because it's going to have all the base starting items just for testing purposes. So like your again your wood tree chopping axe, your pick for mining, bows to test the bows out, guns to test the guns out, pawn and radius advance. So let's just see, we don't see any swirls on the side, so that's pretty standard. So add pod in radius advance. And pod in add pod in radius advance. There we go. There's like not too much change there. Alright. And then next is swim in advance. Doesn't look like there's much there. Is not drowned and start when ticked kind of thing. That's it. So I add swimming advanced. Yeah, it's pretty standard. No changes. Add swimming advanced. Compile. Save. The next is building advanced. And again, they didn't really change anything here. This should be pretty big though. Yeah. Nothing's really changed here. This is for our building. So we'll go to add building advanced. There we go. And building advanced. There we go. And next is farming. Make sure there's nothing really changed here. This is pretty small, nothing here. So add farming advanced. There we go. Add farming advanced. There we go. Building farming. Yep. And then we add vendor advanced. Vendor advanced. And again, this is another one. It's pretty small, just like the farming. There's nothing really to it. So compile, save, and we want to add vendor advanced. There we go. Compile, save, and then we want outliner advanced. See if there's any changes here. It doesn't look like it. Spawn symbols. Okay. Add outliner advanced. And add outliner advanced. And then we want to add UI manager. So add UI manager. I guess it's just basic. There's no advanced for UI manager. And add UI manager. And again, there doesn't look like there's any changes for UI manager. Outliner, they're all pretty basic. So yeah, it was outliner vendor, and outliner vendor. Okay, and then extended movement, left shoulder, right shoulder, and stuff like that. Advanced, so we go to add extended movement, advanced, compile, save, then add extended movement, advanced, compile, save. We'll move you back over here. Then voice system, female, character voice. There's not much changes here, doesn't look like. It's all basic. So do add character voice male. Compile, save, and then we'll add character voice female, compile, save. So we got the female, then we got ragdoll. Add ragdoll, compile, save, add ragdoll, compile, save. We just want to check the ragdoll doesn't have anything changed, so ragdoll doesn't have anything changed. All right, and then we have our replication subsystem. Nothing looks like it's changed, so add replication subsystem, compile, save, add replication subsystem, compile, save, and then he has advanced equipment manager, tempo. No, this is just the character. There are some changes though. Just mainly the starting item was changed to just add that that one steel axe, and made sure this was a set to advanced, but it should be when we add the advanced. So equipment manager, so add equip manager advanced one. Oh, we already have equipment manager. Correction, we should look at that again. We have equipment manager here. This is advanced, and we do already have our hatchet, I believe. Oh no, it's unarmed steel hatchet. There we go. Female, we know that we have equipment manager already, and it is changed this to steel hatchet. There we go. Compile, save, compile, save. Alright, and yeah, we somehow did the moving thing again. Crafting advanced. No changes here. So we're gonna add crafting advanced. File. Save. And then add crafting advanced. Compile. Save. And then respawn open world. So we can add. Is there any changes to that? no, just spawn type is open world. There's no location specific. So we'll just add respawn. And just take a look here. Respawn locations, game modes, but we're doing the respawn manager open world to this character. Yeah. Compile, save, and we're going to go add respawn manager open world. Compile, save. Then we are going to do hotbars. Looks like the last one. It doesn't look like there's any changes to the hotbars, slots, or anything like that. So, hotbar. So we're going to go add hotbar, advanced, compile, save, and we add hotbar, advanced, compile, save. So now that's all the components and stuff like that. We take a look here. There's a fixed cat phrase, and it's on the begin play. We could do something like that. The event begin play. Except we'll have to get the male character voice system. Get AC target play catchphrase. They both have catchphrases. There's a bunch. Cheer, taunt, kill enemy. Yeah, lots. There is the swimming component and on landed components. So we can add these. So we go to here. And yes, the male and female character got swapped somehow. That's fine. And so we'll compile, save. Oh. Attribute Manager Advanced. Do not have this. He changes components. Attribute Manager Advanced. He might have renamed his components, I guess. Just so it kind of makes more sense, but it's Attribute Manager Advanced. Just to confirm, Attribute Manager, yeah, there's that. So I must have added the AC afterwards, just because I didn't like the way it kind of looked there. Alright, and this is, if we look at the viewport, this is the Echo character. Nothing really looks different. In pod, this. So look here at class defaults. Nothing really looks different, I guess. We need to add pod and radius interface to here. Because I guess they get it from the base echo settings. Yeah, pod and radius interface. And again, nothing looks like it's actually set here. Yeah, it actually should receive info is checked, and get pod name is done. This is just default. So that's two things we need to do. Construction, there's nothing changed. This is actually blank. So this, they just added the character, and then they made one for all the stuff added to it. And widget. So both are female here. We need to add the radius, pod and radius. That's it. Compile, save, and male settings. Add pod and radius. Add, compile, save. They said defaults. They didn't look like they had anything really changed, so that should be fine. But we do need to go to our interfaces and change these. That should be true. This should be 100. And we can take this information here. Control C. Compile, save, and female the same thing. We will go to the interfaces quick. We want to do this. This should be true. This should be 100. And this we should paste. Move this here. Move this out of the way. Connect this and delete this. Compile. Save. Now, just for my sanity, I will fix this up just like I do all the time. This is the way I like to do things. Yep. To me, that's the way I would definitely like it. It'll drive me crazy otherwise. There we go. It's not that hard, I swear. We keep things neat. Alright, compile, save, and it's 11:01, so we're pretty much done here. But we do want to slot one of these characters into his level and kind of make sure everything works. So we will use the male as a good example. We'll save all actually here. Oh, that's just the echo thing we don't want to do. So we'll submit. Added characters. So I'll add that to the source control, update everything. We'll just gonna do a quick test here and then we're going to call it a day. So, minimize this. Cancel. I can't open the drawer without pulling it up. Anyway, so was that was levels temp. We have this map pro. Don't save. I don't know why the collision tool or the AI tool always comes up there. So if we go to world settings, I don't know why that's there. This is basic Echo Pro. We're going to do male character. Male character BP. And see what happens. We'll just use his stuff. So we got our character here. Character looks like it's working. We can chop trees down. We can collect wood. We got footsteps. Our interface is not working. Our UI.